So guys, we were left with these UI links. Let's go through them one by one. To explain these views, I will take leverage of tutorial DAG only, which we had run 2 times. It had 3 tasks inside it: print date, sleep, templated. As of now, we are not bothered about what these tasks do. Just keep in mind that these tasks are described in a way that both task sleep and templated require print date to be executed first. Got it? Okay, so first link we already know is to trigger the DAG manually. I will not run it now. We already had ran it 2 times. Then we have tree view and graph view. Open the graph view first. The graph view is perhaps the most comprehensive view. In this, we can view the actual DAG at task level. So from here we can see that our DAG tutorial has 3 tasks inside it: print date, sleep and templated. Print date ran first and then sleep and templated ran parallelly. All these tasks are wrapped around by a green color border. The color of border basically represents the current state of these tasks. Green means that the task had executed successfully. Not only green, we can have borders of these many colors. Each color states the different status of task. On the left side, we have list of operators used in this DAG. In tutorial DAG, we had used only bash operator. What are these operators, their types, and how to use them in a DAG file is covered in the next section. So please be patient till that. Then we have some filters and layouts. Like from this run drop down, you can choose from any of the runs of this tutorial DAG. We ran it 2 times, so you can choose any of the run. From here, you can switch the layout, right to left, top to bottom, anything. Let's try top to bottom. Click on go. The task layout has been changed. Hovering over any of the tasks will show you some brief details about it, like when this task was started and when it was ended, how long it took to reach final state, operator used in it, etc. You can also click on any of the tasks to get a dialog box. The key link from these buttons is this view log button. Open it. Guys, opening this link will take you to the logs page for that particular task instance. You can always come here and check these logs in case of any failure. Great. So I guess that's enough for the graph view. Let's move on to the next tree view. You can either go from here or from the admin page, both are same. Tree view is same like the graph view only, just here you will get a tree-like representation of your task. The main benefit of this view is, this view can display the summary of all DAG runs at same time in one place. Unlike graph view, where we could only see the details of one DAG run at a time, here in tree view, we can see details of multiple DAG runs. Going from left to right, this column has the details of first DAG run, and as we move right, this column represents the second DAG run. Basically, it orders the DAG runs in chronological order, showing the most recent DAG run to the right. Inside each column, this circle represents the DAG itself, and these boxes represent various tasks. You can hover over them and can see the task ID, start date, end date, and other stuff. And here in the left side, we have this view of DAG. If you go straight along with these points, you can see which box represents which task. Just like graph view, here also we have some color standards for various state of tasks. As of now, everything is green, means it is in success state. Next, we have Gantt view. Gantt view breaks down the runtimes of individual tasks and shows them on timeline like this. Guys, this kind of graph is useful in situations like when your pipelines are taking too long time to get complete and you want to figure out the responsible task for that. So by seeing the Gantt chart, you can figure out which task is taking long to run, which tasks are overlapping, or which tasks are having the parallel execution, everything. In this example, print date task ran first, then sleep and templated ran parallelly. And this time gap in between two tasks is the time scheduler takes to switch from one task to the second. Or you can say this is the latency time of scheduler, which can depend on various factors like number of threads available, scheduler heartbeat time, complexity of jobs, available resources, and few other such factors. So guys, these were some important views which we use in live projects to monitor the data pipelines. Rest we don't use much, but still I'll give you a brief go through of them also. Go to task duration. As the name implies, task duration tells us the duration of different tasks over the past runs, with the task duration time on y-axis and the execution time on x-axis. It shows us the time a task takes to get executed and plots the data on a graph. So seeing from the graph, we can say that in first DAG run, task sleep took almost 7.5 seconds to execute, and in second DAG run, it took almost 9.5 seconds. Similarly, you can find the data for other tasks by hovering over these lines. And which line represents which task can be referred from here. Now scroll up and we have task tries. Task tries are the number of attempts made to run a particular task in case it is failing. Now there may be a number of situations where your task may get failed, due to which Airflow has to restart it. So all those number of attempts will be shown here in this task tries graph. Please note that each of the dot here represents a single DAG run. If I hover over any of these dots, it will provide me the number of tries for every task in DAG. So seeing from it, in first DAG run, it says 2 tries each for print date, templated and sleep task. But in actual, a task was successful just in 1 attempt. So why 2 here and not 1? Guys, you can say it may be the Airflow implementation, or can even be a small glitch, that while counting the number of task tries, it also counts the untried task. So 1 untried task plus 1 successful becomes 2 tasks, which is quite odd, but this is how it is. Or other way, you can assume that Airflow starts its task tries counter from 1, and that's why it is showing 2 tries for each successful completion. Next, we have landing times. Landing time allows you to compare how DAGs have performed over time. Then we have details. Under details section, you will get the summary for the past DAG runs along with some glimpse of your DAG code. Here it is showing data like schedule interval is set to 1 day, concurrency is set to 16. Similarly, we can have some other directives like file path, owner and all that. Overall, there is no information that is exclusive in this view, but it offers a good summary. Last is the code section. Here you can have a look at the code of your DAG that came from your DAG definition file. This is the exact replica of it. And at last we have refresh and delete, which we already discussed. So cool. That was for the UI part. I believe I have covered most of the things, but I would recommend you to please navigate more through these pages to get familiar with them. Thank you.